Charlotte Flair or Sasha Banks?
It depends what you're asking here. Either way, I'm gonna say or no. Sasha Banks.
I've always been a really big fan of Sasha Banks. There's something to her that you're so drawn in the minute she walks out.
It's just that appeal.
She does. She's that triple threat we call in our business.
I was gonna ask you, out of the women now, who would you want in the NWO? And I'm talking early years of NWO.
Right.
That would be the first question I'm gonna ask.
I'd be Sasha.
So everybody that's watching this knows my heart and knows where Sasha Banks lies on my best wrestler and favorite wrestler of this current generation, men or women. What is it about Sasha Banks as far as, and just women in general, about the psychology? Why do you think?
I thought her match at SummerSlam that she lost, I thought the psychology was amazing at the end.
Really?
I mean, I mean, there was some thought, but there was several times that she had her in is she going to tap? No, she doesn't tap. And they worked it back and forth, and I thought, I'm not seeing that anywhere else. I mean, I'm seeing it here. I'm seeing it in her match, and she's very attractive. I mean, that goes without saying, but she has that swag. She's got that. She believes it. She's the total package. I mean, she's.
I'm assuming Sasha Banks is in it.
Yeah, of course. The boss has got to be in it,
And
right?
I want the boss to win.
All right.
Sasha Banks. Yeah, Sasha Banks has got a thing going on with her friend Bailey, and it would be interesting to see, because Bailey's the champ, to see what would happen there. Would she wrestle her friend? Would she stab her in the back, or would it be friendly competition?
That's the tale of Sasha Banks, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's always waiting for that other shoe.
Yeah.
Next to me and a little bit behind me, we'll do Sasha Banks for the obvious reasons,
Another superstar to join the New Day, who would it be?
Sasha Banks. Yeah, I usually say nobody, but Sasha, we've had a lot of history, so you got to respect the boss, right?
Yeah.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Where she was like, you know what? Everybody in the family that couldn't be a wrestler, I'm about to go be one, and I'm going to be a good one.
Yeah, no, and she is, man. She's on top of her game right now, too.
The only thing that would make it better is if the woman who inspired me to get in the ring was here tonight, Sasha Banks.
Well, I like a lot of I like Sasha Banks a lot. I think she's the best girl wrestler in the business today, and I know they've given her lots of time on NXT, but I'd like to see her get a proper, a real chance to sort of show all her stuff. She's just a great wrestler, and I really like her, the heart she has, and she gives 100% every match, and she's uniquely different than all the other girls, and she's a real athlete, and she's a real special talent, and I think that she should be the champion of the world.
I'd like to fight Sasha.
It's like SmackDown, Bianca Belair. I'm like, whoa, okay, hold up. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Sasha's on SmackDown too.
I gotta ask.
Interesting.
Yeah, Bianca, let's follow up on that real quick. This just happened, but that's a dream match. It's a dream match for me. It's a dream match for literally everyone who's breathing on the planet. How excited. That's official now. That can happen. You're both officially on SmackDown. What does that possibility, what does that mean to you? What do you think about when you think about it?
I don't even know what to think right now. I'm just, I'm trying to let
the Sasha Banks and Bailey match, which I liked that match a lot. I thought that match was really great. Sasha Banks is such a good worker, and Bailey, as is Bailey. I mean, like, they've definitely taken main roster women. Like, they're way ahead of the pack of everybody else right now as far as the main roster goes. I'm not saying, but those two have such great chemistry together, and they're freaking, that quarter hour that they did. I don't have the number. I'll have the number tomorrow. But I mean, I know it was the biggest in months and months and months. The Sasha and maybe they should put him on last and maybe
absolutely they should have put him on last. What were they thinking? Opening the show with that and then
I know because they didn't keep the number for the rest of the show. But and it was clearly the main event. But that was a really good match. And then when it was over, and it's like Carmella lays out Sasha Banks, and it's like, we're going with this, but maybe it'll be okay.
It doesn't matter if it'll be okay. What they had before absolutely would have been better. When they were a tag team, it was the best stuff that they had on several shows. As feuding partners, it was great. And now it's done.
Sasha Banks.
You got a little thing going on here.
I definitely loved Sasha before I think during training was when she was starting it, when the women's revolution was going on. Again, just the heel character in her was just really what drew me to her. But more than anything, like, she's so passionate about this, and I've never said this on any podcast or interview, so this is exclusive. The one line I always say when I'm about to go through the curtain is, I was born to do this. And maybe other people have said this in the past, but I got it from Sasha.
I am not afraid. I was born to do this.
She's always tweeted it, and she's always posted it on Instagram, and she's always been passionate about being really good at wrestling. She was just in Japan during her break from WWE, learning more wrestling, learning new wrestling. Like, she loves not only just performing, but the actual wrestling, the sport itself, and that I admire so much about her. So yeah, every time I go through the curtain, I'm always like, I was born to do this, just because, like, I admired that so much from her. Another quote that she always says is, "Be so good they can't ignore you," and that can't be any more truer for her. Like, she's just mentally, she's so good at wrestling, and you see that through her matches, through the psychology of what she does. The Sasha and Bayley match, one of the best matches I've ever seen.
I mean, both of you put all your body in the line for all the matches.
Yes, she does. I mean, you've seen her freaking, like, do her suicide dives and, like, take the brutal bumps. I remember her match with Charlotte SummerSlam. She took a nasty like back bump on the turnbuckle.
But when you watch Sasha go out and perform, she is extraordinary as far as knowing how to make you feel a certain way when you watch the match. She knows how to draw you in at the right times. She knows how to, get that one thing to make you, jump it to the edge of your seat, and go, oh man, one of those type of deals. Right. She's ranked very, very high in my book as far as women wrestlers of all time that has ever stepped inside the squared circle. But when she comes to play in the ring, it's about getting down and dirty.
You're telling me.
Sasha Banks. I'm serious, man. And that's what makes her different than a lot of the good-looking girls on the roster. She's a good-looking girl that don't mind getting into a fight, and then it actually looked like a real fight going on, like two girls in the club. You know what I mean? So that's my thing with Sasha, and that's what make her work, I think, so much more than so many of the girls in the locker room.
So she would need the makeup on, but people like, I don't know, Sasha Banks doesn't need makeup on. And I'm looking at her right now, and she looks phenomenal. With a capital fucking... What? With a capital P. So yeah, Sasha Banks is up first in the photo shoot, and without makeup on, she looks like a boss-ass bitch. I'm not gonna lie, she looks like incredible. Like, what's going on? Are you sure there's no makeup on that face? Are you sure? Because I'm just seeing some raw beauty, aren't I? I'm actually shell shocked. I've been rybacked by Sasha Banks. Seriously though, like, she looks so good. She looks like she does have makeup, but like, surely. Oh my god. That's fantastic. That face is fantastic. What? I'm actually, like, I'm blown away from that already. That's only the first one. We are getting lost in this world of not embracing who we are. That right there, straight facts. But Sasha Banks, pimples. No, I don't think so. Uneven skin as well. Like, her skin looks fantastic. Like, there is nothing wrong here at all. What's the issue here? If Sasha Banks feels uncomfortable and she feels like she doesn't look good without makeup on, then she is in the wrong. Like, she needs to understand how f***ing unreal she looks like that. Uneven skin, no. Pimples, well, I don't know. Like, maybe in real life you'll see some pimples, but that's nothing to worry about at all. Like, that's fine. But in this photo shoot, she looks just as good without makeup on as she does with makeup on. Maybe even better. That's crazy.